Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Motorsport with some multiplayer racing. For this session, the cars we were using were B-Class cars fitted with V8 engines. Now, you could have a V8 to start with, things like my Dodge Coronet that I went for. You could swap a V8 into something. This turned out actually quite difficult to build a car for. You wanted race tyres for this, naturally, which often meant you either had incredibly tiny race tyres on a car that had a V8 swap. You went for more reasonable sized tyres like me with a Coronet that came with a V8 stand, but they're often bigger and heavier cars. And there are some obscure oddballs like the Audi S4 that started off with a V8. It did really turn out to be a more difficult to build category than we were expecting. I just went for the biggest tyres I could get, knowing that the Coronet has generally been a very, very good handling car when it comes to Forza games. For our first race, we head to a rather soggy, this is a nice spot on the grid, I'll take this one. We have got a rather soggy Mid-Ohio raceway. Now, I am hoping that we are going to have some good grip. Oh, the King does not have as much grip as we do here as we head through turn 1. Now, the Audi starting towards the front isn't great. Of course, that has got a V8 in it, and it will have all-wheel drive, which is going to be very helpful indeed. Can I sweep around the outside? I desperately want to try. Oh, well, we are still 3 wide on the exit. We've made it stick. The Audi's doing a little bit of rallycross. Now, my car is, well, it's a fail race special. It's got very big tyres. It's all about the grip, which will help, I hope, in the rain. We've got very big tyres, 425 horsepower in this thing. Not sure where to break down here exactly. Okay, we were about right. We got a little help from a Ferrari, but we were all getting stacked up through this twisty section. Now, this section we should be good at, in theory. Ewan might have some okay traction in the Ferrari. Now, of course, that will have an engine swap. I don't know what Ewan has done in that to get that into B-Class with a V8. And I don't know whether it be on race tyres. I mean, we have got race tyres, of course. We're on the wets for this. I do think the sport tyres aren't terrible in the rain. Ewan has put a wheel on the grass and got all out of shape through there, which was a little bit sketchy and interesting. We're going to slide around a little bit. Ewan is right behind us as we head through the final corner here. Come on, Dodge. Find a place where we can put the pad down. I've just got to try and remember. Short shift this a little bit. It's a really... if I can get into the habit, that'll be fine. He's trying to remember to get into the habit with this car. I will probably forget. I will get carried away with commentating. Oh, try to open the steering up a little bit too soon through all of that. That's not ideal. What side does the Falcon want? Say what side of the Falcon? What side do I want to put the Falcon on? And the answer is around the long way there, if at all possible. We want to try and get on the power. Though it may be a little bit rude. There was maybe a millimetre left for a Falcon there and not much more. Liam is still on the circuit and will potentially still trouble us down the back straight here. The Ford has got some straight line speed on us. We will try and get the big Dodge slowed for this section. Now, have we got the traction? Have we got the front end grip to fight this around the outside? Because if we can hold it there, we will be on the inside for the next corner. Oh, but then if Liam can hold it there, Liam's going to be on the inside for the next bit. We are still side by side, and I might have to concede at some point that the Ford has made its way through in all of this. If we can keep the pressure on here. Ewan is right behind. Rusky's not far away with that Audi. Now, we have got a good run up here. It's not quite going to be enough to do anything. I mean, it's tempting to try and shove the nose up the inside. However, Liam covered it well down there. There wasn't a huge amount of room for us to do anything. I mean, we're both kind of sat there waiting for our cars to get turned. Liam's car isn't as crazy far. Ewan's in the weeds. Ewan's out of it, which is unfortunate. The Ferrari was having a good start to this race. Liam's gone deep into turn 1. That will work out nicely for me. We have now got a good run on the exit. The Falcon's going to cover the inside. Liam's going to do to me what I did to them, which is perfectly understandable. We are going to look for a wide line here. Are we going to be able to make anything stick Possibly not. It is absolutely a carbon copy of what happened the previous lap. We have got a good run down this back straight, but we are on the outside of Liam. It's just, we're going to have to try this the long way round at the end of the straight. If we can hold it here, we are on the inside for the next part of the corner. Oh, Liam bobbled the curb and got fired out a little bit wide. Oh, on the grass. The Coronet is still there. The Coronet will not give up. And now we are doing an exact replica of last lap, just with the cars reversed. We are going to sneak ahead for now, but I'm all out of shape through here. Liam's going to cut back. Liam is going to be on our outside. We're going to bobble the curb there. I'm going to lift because we're going to end up in the door if we aren't careful. We are out the other side now with a bit of a slide from the Coronet. Rusky is here to join in the fun. This is an absolutely ridiculous race so far. Not going to find a way past here, I don't think. I'm better off being a little bit careful, and Liam's got in very deep through the next corner. Not going to find a way past at this juncture. We have left the door slightly open for Rusky. I wanted to try and cut back, sort of cut down for a good run through this final corner. Liam had to back in, sliding out of the final corner. That's going to be our opportunity here. Rusky must have made a little mistake because they've fallen back as we now run down into turn number 1. We're both a little bit wide through here, which isn't going to help either of us at this point. Still we go side by side. We're Falcon versus the Coronet. Up towards the hairpin we go. Are we going to have another carbon copy of this manoeuvre? Oh, it's a little bit too much through that one. Oh, come on. See, Liam just can't, on that tight line, Liam cannot get off the hairpin anywhere near as well as we can on that wider slingshot. But Liam has got maybe a tiny bit more straight line speed. Rusky is there, but it's already too wide. You're not going to be able to make it work 3 wide down here. Mid-Ohio is difficult to pass at the best of times. We might be able to punch off this corner again, but the back end just would not stick as we wanted it to. Rusky's going to look underneath, but it's just too busy. It's just too busy to pass us when we are going side by side every corner. Still we go alongside each other. We are trying to find a way to get clear of the Ford, but we can't do it. We're a long way around up here. Liam will struggle to get off the corner, though. Liam is playing very, very nicely in all of this. There's been a little bit of paint swapping, but it has been very, very respectful for the majority of this race. Oh, that was a little bit deep by me through there. We are at the limits of the grip that we can get from these cars. Rusky's going to have a look there, but it's not going to work because you're on such a tight line to do this. We might actually get the punch off of the corner to try and get past Liam. We can't quite do it. Once again, Liam has got the run. Rusky is just stuck watching this epic duel unfold, and Rusky has bumped us into Liam at the moment. We both survive. Everyone is okay. We get out of turn 1. No problems at all. Snoopy's come to join in the battle. Yeah, you go and distract an Audi, please. Let us have our own little fun duel. I'm good under brakes here. I have got good brakes in the Coronet. Once again, I'm actually happy to try this wider line. The tight line just doesn't seem to be working for the Ford. And again, this is absolutely ridiculous. I don't think I've ever had a race like this before. We are side by side almost every single corner. And I cannot get past the Falcon, but it cannot get away from me. Rusky's going to have a look to the inside, but he's going to run into a wall of Ford. Oh, and I have locked the brakes. Oh, it doesn't matter. We got pushed off regardless. Brazen turned up, and we are off. Whoa, hello. Don't mind me. We locked the brakes a little bit. I don't think it even mattered. Even if we'd got it stopped, we were going to get hit in that one regardless, which is unfortunate. It was always going to come to an end at some point. It looks like Liam might be in a little spot of bother now. The all-wheel drive Audi might have found a way past, although it's looking to go a long way around. It's got very, very busy back here. The King is still in 7th at the end of all of this. It's still Klingong is the big, what's it called, Superbird, which is very, very cool. Now, Rusky is leading the way. Can we get ourselves back onto a podium? I don't know. Honestly, I have absolutely no idea. I hope so. It would be fitting for the Coronet. It's been brilliant around here, I've got to say. We'll go for go for a little bit of bravery on the throttle down there. I mean, we can't match the Jag down the straights. We know that much. But that's okay. We've got so much grip in the corners. Although it is difficult. We saw it's difficult to pass. Me and Liam's car are so immensely matched around here. Can we do anything up at the hairpin? I mean, we have liked that wide line has worked wonders for us. Now we can take a more natural line almost. We're not going to be passing the Jag through here. I mean, where we're going to be quick compared to the Jag is going to be in the next sector, the fiddly-twisty sector. That is the one where we're going to make up a lot of our lap time. It looks like Snoopy in third is about to come under fire from a BMW and a Jaguar there. Well, we will try and get some... Oh, Rusky's got the lead and Rusky's off. Rusky is going to have an awkward time rejoining the circuit. Does get away with it, but only just, and may well lose out now to the Falcon. I hope Liam wins. Honestly, I'm rooting for Liam to win in this one. After the battle we had, if I can't do it, I want the Ford to claim victory here. We were doing the very Top Gear-esque. Well, if we block the track, no one can pass us. Oh, got too brave. Got too brave trying to carry speed and catch up to that Jaguar. Oh dear. Come on, foot down. We'll find some traction somewhere out there. We made it work. Not very well, I might add. But yeah, it's getting really hectic around here. As you would expect in the closing stage, it has been an astonishing race, this one. We close up a lot through there. And they've all got stacked up, I think, is the bigger problem for those lot. The Mustang slides, Impega slides, we slide through there. We've got Brazen behind with a Monaro, I think that one is. It looks like Rusky's going into turn one, having a look. Can't quite get that done there. There is slithering and sliding from all the cars around. I'm slightly annoyed at myself with a scruffy end to that previous lap, because we could have and should have done better there. BMW is early on the brakes. I mean, we can shove this around the outside. It's always a risk. We saw the traction we could get on that wide line. Couldn't quite do it to the BMW, unfortunately. We might not be vulnerable to the Burger Shot car. Braves are going to bump us down the straightaway. They might do it. I don't think they're going to go for an out-braking manoeuvre down here. I don't think they've got the brakes to do it. Looks like Rusky's around the outside of the Falcon. It looks like the Audi may get the lead of the race here, and Pega's looking for a way past the Mustang. They're still going to go side by side. I think the Audi has finally cleared it and got the lead of the race on the important lap, this one. Can we? I mean, we've held off Brazen at a critical juncture. Can we? Oh, Impega's gone a little bit wide through there with the Jag. I mean, we've got great acceleration, but this is a section where we're good, but it's just so tough to pass at Mid-Ohio. It is still Rusky in the Audi from Liam with the Ford. Everyone is neat through this next corner. Are we close enough to have a look? No, there's a lot of defensive driving going on up here, as everybody wants to look for an advantage of that little concertina effect, but no one's going to be able to do anything. See, I would have tried to swing wide, but I can't because I've got Brazen right behind us. We're going to cross the line in 6th. What a race. What a battle. Oh, I'm slightly gutted that neither me nor Liam were able to take victory in that after one of the most astonishing sequence of laps. However, fair play to Rusky. They got the lead, they made a mistake, they got the lead back again. Yeah, we got a little bit... Me and Liam basically the same corner in trying to battle each other, both outbroke ourselves a tiny bit. Not that I say, I think Brazen was having their own battle and slightly missed it. I think we were going to get hit regardless. However, oh, what a race. Bloody hell. Yeah. Slightly gutted about the finishing position, but that was quite something. We head to the Grand Oak circuit for our second race. Now, I'm going to make a racing driver excuse immediately, but this time it is quite a genuine one. My normal racing controller that I use has packed up. It's just completely gone. So I have had to swap to a different controller I've not driven with for many years, and I'm slightly nervous about what the triggers are going to be like. Every Xbox controller is a little bit different, and learning where the braking, or learning sort of the brake trigger pressure that you get away with without locking up and all of that can take a little bit getting used to. This actually doesn't feel too bad. I'm not sure it's going to be that much of a problem, thank God. But yes, it's a little bit nervous. However, this one does seem to be quite nice. So I will take that. You've got to get the racing driver excuses out of the way early. This track, I'm not actually sure what my Coronet is going to think of it. I mean, we've got quite a lot of medium speed corners. It's good for me. There are these straights that we're going to struggle a little bit compared to the likes of the Beamer, but I don't know if they're ever really long enough to be too much of a... I feel like through some of these corners we're going to have enough grip to make up the lap time around here. I mean, you can see we are all over the back of Liam. It's not going to matter too much as we get out of here. The BMW is going to run away. Now, we should be... I think everyone's probably going to be flat through this corner. Bit sketchy for Liam, bit sketchy for Impega. Turn 1 should be good for us. That's the hope here. Can we be brave into the first corner? How much braver than the BMW can we be? I mean, we'll reel it in a little bit. Shadow is leading the way for a Coronet, which is quite cool. You know, if I can't win, I hope another Coronet can, but Shadow's is built a little differently to mine. Shadow's is a much faster and a straight line Coronet. I wanted to get underneath the BMW, cut it a bit too much. It's not actually helped me there until we sort of bobbled the grass and lost any momentum. Even if I've got pace, I don't actually know how I'm going to overtake around this track. This is not an easy circuit to pass on. I just did not get the braking right there at all. I'm going to blame the controller, but I think it was more me, to be honest. Yeah, I think what I'm actually doing is I'm not using enough brake with this controller at the moment. I'm so used to... I have the habit, it doesn't work properly anymore. The Horizon Edition Forza controller, which is lovely, brilliant controller. However, the brake trigger on certainly on mine, I don't know if everybody's, but on mine was one of the most sensitive things I've ever worked with, so I had to be really careful with it. And that took a lot of adjusting to get used to that, and now I'm going to have to unlearn all of that. It's been a bit of a scruffy lap for me. It looks like Hordes might finally get that Mustang to the front of the pack. The Audi's actually got some pace around here, which surprises me. I wouldn't have necessarily thought this was a particularly Audi circuit, but it's up into third now for Impega. I mean, I guess this lap around we can actually attack this section without there being a car directly in front of us, and we can utilise the Coronet's excellent grip, the actual grip we get through there. It has been a good run. We do find ourselves a little bit in no man's land for now. I'm hoping the group ahead starts to fight each other. That would be very helpful, or that works for me a little bit. Rusky ran wide, clipped the gravel. Impega was following and did a very similar thing. Liam's enjoying that sight. It's good news for the BMW that will leapfrog its way into third place for now. I think Hordes has just got the pace around this circuit to pull away up at the front. We've got a very fast Celica behind us that I'm nervous of. This Celica's got a lot of straight line speed, won't have the grip, but has a huge amount of top end. It may well come flying past at some point down into towards turn number 1 here. It is catching. It's not going to be close enough this lap. Next lap around might be a different story. I mean, I'm trying to get away with carrying a lot of momentum through there, but it's not quite done it right, essentially. We're going to have a Celica all over the back of us. Now we're going to be able to pull, hopefully, a little bit out of shape, but a little out of shape all the way through this first section. Impega is giving the hurry-up bumps to the BMW through there. Now, we are going to definitely be vulnerable at the end of this straight. I'm not sure there's going to be much I can do. We'll make the Celica go a long way round, which is difficult here. I'm not sure it's going to matter all too much, because on that tight defensive line we're going to struggle up the hill. I've not got the acceleration to fight that one. It's been a couple of scruffy laps haven't helped me, although so far it looks like Liam and Impega are beating the crap out of each other. I was hoping against hope there's going to be a little bit of an overlap to the inside that we can get to here, which, I mean, we'll do it on the exit for a second, and it won't really matter. Although, what it might do is it might actually make the Celica back out. Does it have the grip to hold it on that wide line? It does, just about. Oh, no, the Holden's arrived. We're going to go 3 wide towards the first corner here. That is not ideal. Can we... There's going going to try and sort of swing it. Not quite got the braking point right. I don't quite have the grip into turn 1 that I want. Raski's got themselves back up onto the podium as these two ahead of me are fighting. And we're going to get ourselves a little bit stuck here. I might be able to sneak past one or both of them here. Oh, well, we're going to sneak ourselves alongside, but it won't matter because, again, we're going to get mugged on the exit. I think we've kind of given up on the battle for third. Grumples is going to come join us if we keep fighting like this. Grumples is going to come join us very, very quickly in this battle as we head. I mean, we got a good run this time around. I had to have a little lift, though. We had all the momentum in the world and then couldn't use it because the Commodore wasn't able to carry the same mid-corner speed as I was. We're not going to be able to do anything here, I don't think. We're just going to have to sit in line. And if we're going to pass, I don't think I can. I was going to say, I'm going to try and go around the outside. And as much as I've got the grip to get there, I don't think we'd have had the grip to actually make that pass there stick. Plus point for me I've got now is we do at least have some slipstream down these straights, which is going to help my slight lack of top speed. In all of this. The Celica is again finding itself on the outside. Grumbles is not far away. It's a fun battle here over 6th place as they are all now trying to get to the inside at turn number 1. There's going to be a little bit of contact, and that is going to be the invitation that I need. Scotty's really, really struggling to pull that one up in time. I was determined to get my car to the inside. We did. We didn't make contact with the Commodore. We just used all of the road as it slid around. Right. On the exit we go. Hordes and Shadow are gone at the front. They're enjoying their own little race. Then there's been a big tussle for 3rd, and there's been a big tussle for 6th. Grumples has profited as well in all of this. Grumple moved up a couple of places. Now, can we make this one work on the outside? We did sort of pin the Celica down a little bit. It's not going to matter as we come up the hill. Once again, the Toyota is going to have the run. Grumples has also got a run. Now, we're going to have to send it again to the inside in the braking zone. Get the big Dodge stopped. Now the Celica can cross us over. I don't care about that one because we are going to be able to carry speed here. However, I suspect, okay, it's not quite close enough. It's not quite close enough to get alongside into the final corner. Now they're going to understeer wide. That's okay. Can't really stop that. Grumples has gone the inside route. One more lap to go. What way is this all going to pan out? The Celica slides its way through turn 1. We're going to find ourselves in the middle here. Oh, it's 3 wide in the middle. We might be able to. Scotty just ran out of grip on the outside of that one. I mean, there was not a huge amount of room for a 3 wide there. Can we... See, we try and turn underneath. I've got the grip to do it. It's just not quite the space to put the car in that one. And bumping across the inside like that is not actually helpful. You lose so much time in that section. Car guy with a big slide in the Toyota. I was looking for that spectacular outside pass again, but it wasn't quite going to work at that point. I think we're done for here. I think we're going to have to settle for 8th, barring any, I say shenanigans, but barring any missteps into this final corner. Can we take a wacky line and make something magical work? I mean, we've got pace, but we've got nowhere to go with it. And that's the issue for us at that section. With the pace that we would be able to extract, we wouldn't be able to do on a different line. Hordes has got victory. It is going to be Grumples that holds on to 6th. Car guy gets 7th. Fun race. It was a good battle. I feel like that was one of the... It was one of those sort of tracks and combinations. My car wasn't necessarily completely garbage around there. But in traffic, it just doesn't quite work. In traffic around there, we require so much speed in those corners to be able to make our lap time. But it could have been worse. I did actually think it was going to struggle a little bit more. I don't think I drove it amazingly well, if I'm being honest. I think I could have driven that one a little bit better. I don't know that track amazingly well, and yeah. Oh well, good fun, good fun battle nevertheless. So there we have it. The Coronet was a decent car. Probably not my best B-class car. We had a hell of a race. Mid-Ohio was honestly one of the most ridiculously close, insane races. A shame slightly how it ended up, but on the whole, a fantastic race. Yeah, the Coronet, a brilliant handling car. Lacked a little bit of straight line speed, and my lack of skill at Grand Oak probably didn't help it too much around that circuit. But yeah, it was good fun. I like the car. It was sort of what I expected. It was a good sort of B-class muscle car. But that is going to be it for this video. If you would like to sign up to take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. There is a link in the description. Find the Versa Community sign-up section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.